Assalamu alaikum and welcome. Today's episode, I have Mariam with me. She is the interior designer who actually decorated my home where we shoot the episode. We're playing Bird Banter today. It's Jenga with a twist. Each block has a handwritten question on it, written by myself. And you're ready to start, Mariam?
Yep.
Okay, so you can pick anything apart from the first finished.
Okay. Do I start?
Story. Yeah, you start because you're the guest. And it's your house.
Oh, no, I don't like it. Okay. Okay. Have you ever had a nickname? What is it and what does it mean to you?
I've had multiple nicknames. So because my name is Jouhayna and it's so long, everyone abbreviates it, including my parents. So there's Joe, Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls. Jojo, like Jojo, like the French bulldog, because Andy legit saw him and he's like, he's you.
Yes.
Yes. I can't remember if you were there when we had him. He was called Seven first, and then we changed him to Jojo. So
I think, I remember it was Jojo.
Oh, it was Jojo?
Yeah,
at the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, and then what else? My grandma calls me Juhi. My sister �R𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐫𝐫 calls me Beloved because she's like, yeah, beloved. Don't know where it came from. This girl always spoke random languages as a child. So yeah, just multiple random abbreviations.
Right.
What about you?
Yeah, I have also multiple nicknames. So Mariuma is like,
oh yeah, that's
the basic Mariam nickname.
yeah.
My husband calls me Ruri.
Ruri,
Which is, no one has ever told me that before.
okay.
My school best friends called me Uma. I don't know where it came
It
from.
sounds like almost like mother.
like Mariuma, but
oh, Mariuma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For me, it just makes me think of like mama, like
no.
No.
It's like the abbreviation of Mariuma.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, basically that's these are the main things, yeah.
Okay. All right. So now you can place the brick on the top.
Okay.
I'm like brick. It's just a block. Okay, there you go. Perfect.
You must be a pro.
I mean, there was one guy who thought I was cheating when he played the game. I'm like, I'm not cheating. It's been 4 seasons. What are your thoughts on the concept of destiny or fate?
What are your thoughts
On the concept of destiny or fate?
It's all written
Yeah,
by Allah.
I watched this before I found Islam.
Yeah, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just do my best and just leave it for Allah. And whenever I need guidance, I do istikhara.
Yeah.
And just khalas, I just do my best and it's all written already.
Yeah, exactly.
No need to
Yeah, like
keep thinking about it.
when I wrote this, it was quite a long time ago when I had these questions, and I wasn't very religious. Like even when we met, like I was explaining everything about the house, and now if we were to do the house all over again, I would have actually asked for a prayer corner because at the time I didn't think it was anything that I wasn't religious, but I was raised with heavy Islamic influence.
Yeah.
So when I wrote this, my answer would have been completely different of just like, you're in charge of your destiny and you should, everything is in your hands. But actually, you can only do your best, as you said. And there's one guest who I had on, Daniel, and I really liked her advice. And she said, help yourself so God can help you.
Yes.
And I really loved that because everything is written, but you have to make yourself available and put yourself in a situation that you can be helped in that way.
Exactly.
So, for example, if you're sat at home and you're like, oh, I would love to get a different job. Well, if you don't apply for a different job, how are you going to get it? You won't get it just by sat there and praying for it and hoping for the best, unless literally you are Allah's favorite and somebody knocks on your door is like, I will give you your dream job, which is very, uncommon, especially in such a competitive market and a competitive country as well, So I agree. It's all nasib. Everything is written, but you do have to put yourself in a situation to be able to receive.
Yes, exactly. You have to work for it all.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Nice.
When was the last time you felt an extremely strong emotion and why?
I think last night. So it wasn't an extremely strong emotion, but I just felt very like I had a moment where I just felt very grateful for like all that I have. So we finished a podcast shoot, and then I went to go meet Sarah, my habibti, my best friend. And then it's her father's last night visiting her. So because we're both so extravagant with all we do, I was like, oh, let's take him to Atlantis Royale and take him to dinner. And then afterwards, like, he just loves ice cream. So he managed through dinner. He's like, I'm not even hungry. And then we had like really good conversation. And then afterwards, I went to the lady we were sat in the tea room, you know, the entrance, because he's older. So we walked in, he's like, this is nice. And he sat down. That was it. So I went and I was like, okay, I really want like some ice cream and everything for him. And they're like, we don't sell ice cream here. And I was like, oh, he's going to be so mad. I was like, this is not acceptable. So then she's like, no, but we have like a whole little ice cream shop. Then you can just go downstairs and get it. So then he was like, there's no ice cream here? Like, exactly as I anticipated. No ice cream here? I was like, no, Baba, we have to go downstairs. Then we can get ice cream. It's a shop, only ice cream. I was like, fine. So we walked and he was so happy. Like, so Sarah loves Atlantis Royale. Like, she's obsessed with nice places and nice hotels, and she loves good architecture and everything. So I remember we went there and he was amazed. It was like everywhere. Wow. And I was like, oh my gosh, like Sarah and her father can bond over this. So it was just really nice to witness that. Then we got him the ice cream he wanted and he was so happy. Yeah. And like just giving him that moment and being able to witness that between the two of them, I was like, you know what, alhamdulillah, this is so nice. Yeah. Because we always hang out with the parents. Like, you have your friend and your kids, and then Sarah and I just hang out with our parents. Yes. Like, we're all just, like, if he's visiting, we go out as a group. Yeah. My mom, she believes she's younger than me, even though she birthed me. So she hangs out with us. She's like, where are you guys going? I'm coming. You know, and we all have such a good time. So Sarah is always there for me and my mom, and we always go out because we all live in the same country. So now it was nice to kind of just do the reverse of like, you know, what does Baba want? Where does he want to go? Because she's always so considerate. So it was just nice to witness that, like, you know, genetics, you can't beat genetics. Yes, definitely. You know, so, you know, it was very hard to impress him with anything. Like earlier in the day, she bought him shawarma, and he's like, this isn't even a good shawarma. So he's so hard to please. And then you take him to this most extravagant hotel. Yeah. And then he reacted exactly the same way she reacted when she first saw it. And I was like, this is nice. Yeah. So I was just grateful to witness it. Yeah. You know, it's not an extremely strong emotion, like, yeah, but it was just a moment of like gratitude and contentment and just being grateful to be able to witness that, because he is an older parent. So I was just happy to witness that between the two of them. Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
I'm not sure if it's the last, but this is what I remember the most. When my grandfather passed away. That was the first time that I've ever experienced the passing away of someone close to me or relative to me. And that is when I felt like extreme emotions. Like, it was very, very hard to take. Especially for the first time, you don't get this same feeling ever, unless it's someone very dear to you. And actually, I was on my way to him in Egypt. He was very sick in the hospital, and I booked the nearest plane to go to see him in the hospital, but unfortunately, I did not. I knew on the way to the hospital that so that was like upsetting. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is the only. It's okay. The only time that the only thing that I remember, like an extreme emotion that really affected me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow, that makes my ice cream story look so.
I'm sorry. I did not want to. No. I wish it was something nice as the one you.
Because that's the last thing I remember. Yeah. That's the last thing I did, and I remember falling asleep, being happy. So. Yeah, but
I'm sorry. I ruined your happy memories.
I'm gonna suck my tears back in.
I'm so sorry.
Like, it's only been 9 minutes, Nadia. What are you doing to me? Oh, yeah, but Allah yarhamah, and inshallah he's in a better place now.
No. In what ways do you push your comfort zones to foster personal development?
I feel like making the decision to execute on the podcast is me really pushing my limits in a sense of doing something completely different to my career. Because my full-time job, I do air traffic control. That in itself pushes me out of my comfort zone every day. I control airplanes, but I'm also an instructor, so I have to trust my student to work on my behalf, and I watch behind them. And if they mess up, we both go home.
Yeah.
So it's really intense. So career-wise, that's what I was doing. Then choosing to do the podcast is me doing completely 180 degrees opposite of my career,
But I feel it's 100% you.
Oh,
really? I feel you are really charismatic, and you know how to make good conversations, and you know how to talk. So I definitely think that you were meant to do that.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I just feel like it's me pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and also in terms of my public speaking, like all of it will weave together. So I got into public speaking because people are interested about me doing air traffic control. Then I made the decision to start a podcast, but I want all of it to mesh well together. So I made the decision that unless I get paid for an event, I'm not going to go. And even in setting that boundary of I'm not showing up unless you pay me, this is my rate card, that also is way out of my comfort zone, because a lot of people assume, like, they get told we don't have a budget for speakers. But if they were to bring in a speaker from outside who is comparatively more well-known, they will pay. They will pay for their accommodation, their stay, and give them a fee to walk away with. But then if you are looking for local talent to share their local story of how they've built themselves up, nobody else can share my story the way that I would share it. Nobody will do an air traffic control workshop. Like, that's what I do in some of the schools. Unless it's me sharing it that way. Like, no one's going to do it the way I do.
Yes.
So if you don't believe in me that enough to pay me, then I'm not going to show up. Before, I was doing 6 to 7 events a month. I was there working so hard, working for free, doing MC gigs for 8 hours straight, and then going for a morning shift the next day. I was tired. And then I found out the people next to me who were expats were getting paid and they weren't paying me. I'm like, you're not paying me in my own country?
Oh, no.
Khalas, I am not showing up unless you pay me. And when I set that boundary, there are less gigs, but the quality of gigs has gotten better because they value me more for that. So I pushed my comfort zone saying, no, I have to get paid. And also in the culture, it's very like almost like, you're asking for money? No, I know my worth and that's what I'm doing. And then even the other Emirati girls around me who I met through the conference space and everything, I'm like, why aren't you charging? And they're like, no, I can charge. I'm like, yes, you can charge. All because you are well off doesn't mean you can't be more well off.
Yeah.
So I sat down with I went to one of the girls' houses and she had a group of friends, and all of them, like, one of them was Forbes 30 under 30 and like doing so many great things. And I was like, you're showing up and they're getting your story. They're advertising you and your face to lure people in to come and speak and making money off you, but you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So you have the right to get paid if that's what something you want to do. If you want to do it out of the kindness of your heart, and which is what I do. If I speak at a school, I do it for free because I want to educate the youth. I love working with kids, but the adults have to pay.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree 100%. What about you? Oh yeah, pushing comfort zones. I forgot the question. I'm like a little goldfish.
And when you're talking, I keep reminding myself, this is the question.
So usually what I do, I keep the block in front of me.
Yes, and when we're done, we can.
Yeah.
For me, starting to let people help me in what I do, no matter how small, is definitely pushing my comfort zone, because it's very difficult to trust someone to do something that you are the one that's going to be responsible for it 100% in the end. Yeah. If anything goes wrong because of that person, it's you who will, pay for it, or however I will have to solve it. But definitely that is the thing.
I feel you, because even with delegating anything, it was very hard for me. Like, I think maybe 5 years ago, I had this shift where I was like, people need to do stuff for me now. And it was because I had a life coach, and she's like, Jouhayna, you don't have to do everything yourself. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I don't have to do everything myself? And she's like, you don't have to do everything yourself. Choose a few people that you trust to help you out. So then around the same time, also Andy came into my life. And I was the kind of girl I would open the door for everyone. I will carry all the groceries in one go. Now, why isn't my door open already?
Yeah.
You know, so it kind of helped because of the dynamic and the relationship that I built. And it wasn't an expectation I had, but just the way I was treated. So it started off with him. And now, if someone doesn't hold the door open for me, I will yell at them. Like, you can see me.
Yeah, you're just used to it.
Yeah, so, you know, but it's these little things. So I allowed the delegation to happen. Like, even this, so behind the scenes for the crew, there's always like a platter of food, chocolate and croissants and all the carbs and all the dates and everything. And because I want them to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And before, I would be like, no, I have to go pick it up. I have to do this. I have to do this. The other day, Andy is like, while you're doing your makeup, I'll go to the store. He's like, just send me a list. I'm like, oh, I can do that.
Yes.
So even after being conditioned of like, oh, it's okay to delegate, I still felt the need to do everything myself. You know, even with the podcast, I felt the pressure that I have to be the one to buy the mic, set it up, la, 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 la. I could get a company to do it, and that's what I did. So I think it's important to decide who you trust because, again, like, let's say business-wise for you, it's your company name, it's your name. Your company is your name.
Yes.
So I think pick a few people that you feel you can trust and then lean on them. And it's okay to lean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Is it your turn or my turn? I can't remember.
No, it's yours.
Is it? Okay. How do you approach decision-making, especially with a difficult choice to make?
Sometimes if it's not something like, unless I know that this is the right choice, I go to my husband. I asked him. It depends actually what is the decision, what is it related to.
Yeah.
But mostly he's the number one person that I just go to.
Yeah, because you trust his judgment.
Yeah. Sometimes my mom. So usually it depends.
Yeah. I agree. I just, first I'll feel how I feel about it. Like, I'm the kind of person who can talk a lot.
Yeah.
But when it comes to something really hard, I take a moment of silence and I just hide. And I just figure it out internally. And then after I come up with my own, how I feel about the situation, because if it's a difficult decision, then, or a difficult choice, it has to hit home in some kind of way.
Yeah.
So first I'll figure out how I feel about it, because growing up I was very emotionally constipated. I never cried. I was everyone's rock. So I'll go feel my feelings and then I'll come out and see, okay, who can actually help?
Yeah.
So, and recently more so, I actually do go to my husband and I'm like,
you just let it all out?
Yeah.
Sort it out for me.
all the feelings.
Yes.
And then, because he's known me for so long now, and he knows how I think, he knows how I function, everything. And then he gives me advice, and I was like, cool. Now, if, like, let's say it's work-related, I'll go to my work friend. I'm like, all right, I'll, like, literally text them straight away. Not text, voice note. And then I'll get the information there. If it's something to do with a personal dilemma, then I'll text Sarah straight away. Honestly, if it's anything, I'll text Sarah straight away anyway, because she gets she gets such great advice. So then based on that, I'll be like, okay, this is what people who I know want the best for me have told me, and then I will take it from there. So a similar process to yours, but more panic.
No, actually, there is definitely,
Yeah.
if it's work related,
Yeah.
there's a problem and I just need to take a decision. There's definitely panic.
Yeah, I feel you.
One day I just stopped the car on the side of the road and I was talking to like a labor man doing some work in a project in Abu Dhabi. And I did not understand what he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
He does not understand me. I do not understand him. We have a problem. We can solve it because of simply miscommunication. We don't understand each other's languages.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to do. I stopped. I was driving, running around.
Next time, just text my mom. I'm not even joking. She speaks 12 languages. I'm pretty sure somehow she'll help. I'm pretty sure.
and I just panic.
Yeah.
What do I do now? Halas. It always starts with like some sort of a meltdown. It always does. And then I just calm down, think.
Yeah, and I do
more clear. And
I do feel like a lot of people feel they need to suppress their emotions. And I used to be the same. But I just feel like we all have a right to have a little meltdown and then come back stronger.
Yeah.
Because if you let it build up, it's going to explode.
Yes,
For sure.
I don't like the upper rows. No, what would you do if you won the lottery?
Everyone I love gets a house. That's it. But it depends on how much money it is. So, but it would definitely be like property. So everyone has a place to go and feel like they have a home. And then I'll hire you to make it beautiful. Like, seriously. You'd get a cut that way. What about you?
I'm thinking about a house, definitely. But I think the ultimate goal is to retire and travel the world.
Oh, I love that.
Just keep doing that.
And that would be so good for Jude as well, to just experience different cultures and different environments. Yeah, I love that. Okay, let's see. I already made this one loose earlier because I thought it was my turn.
Oh, you're cheating.
How are the I just want the other day. Okay, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as a good mom, as a good daughter. And I wish that I maybe would have affected the people that are in my life in a good way, whether it's something small or big. Yeah. I wish that I would leave like a fingerprint in each person's life. I don't know which way or another, in a good way. I hope that.
Inshallah you do. Inshallah. I mean, I look all over my house. I'm like, Mariam. Yeah. In the best way.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the line of work you're in, especially with working with interior design in people's homes, I feel you do leave that. You know, I really feel you too, especially because you're the one, it's your business and you're the one coming to the house and doing that. So I feel you're already doing that.
Inshallah.
Yeah. For me, I just want to be remembered as like a kind person and somebody who was there for you. And if I wasn't able to be there for you, at least I connect you with somebody who can be.
Yeah.
You know, because before I always felt like I have to be there for everyone and take care of everyone. And then I realized I may not be the best person for that person, you know? So if I'm unable to do that, or it takes too much from me and I'm unable to give what they need, then to at least make them think, oh, regardless, I was still helped because I was connected with somebody else. So just good vibes.
Yes.
You know?
I mean,
and if it's not good vibes, you probably did something to piss me off.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Don't piss Jo off. Yeah. Don't piss her off.
Once. I was like, yeah.
The TV, right?
You just need to sort the TV.
The TV incident? When we were mounting the TV, or?
Oh, yeah. I did get really mad at that.
Yeah.
But we figured it out, because we're problem solvers.
Yeah.
Like the TV,
that's what we do.
All I wanted was
we panic and then
solve it. Yeah. Oh, wait. I got an idea while I was screaming.
Exactly.
Okay, your turn. Yeah, I love TV. Like, that did really upset me. I forgot about it already. That's how I survived.
Oh,
good. The one loose for me. But yeah, I completely forgot. I'm like, what happened to the TV? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It came back to me.
That's good. I leave good memories.
Yeah, you did.
What is something you noticed but didn't pay attention to in the beginning and had to learn the hard way later on?
If my mom doesn't like someone, they're probably not that good for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so everyone, my mom is like, no. And I'm like, no, Mom, I like them. And every time I did that, because I didn't have a rebellious stage when I was a teenager, even as a child. My mom to this day calls me the golden child. She's like, you never gave me any problems. And then when I finished my air traffic training and everything, and I was living on my own, then I'm mixing with different people. Like, I'm in a completely different emirate, different environment. So I made a couple of friends that I thought they were good for me because, like, they are.
Yeah.
And then my mom met them and she's like, no, definitely no. Why are they even here? And I was like, Mom, you are so mean. Like, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
And then it all backfired. It took years, but it all backfired. And my mother, she's she's a very like person.
Yes.
But she was patient. And when it all burned down, she consoled me and it's okay, you'll be fine. I told you. And she was right. Everything she said about them was right. And then later on, there was another person who came into my life. And now I was more like, you know, aware and aware of myself to make me a better friend to other people as well. So with all the thanks to my life coach. So then there was somebody new that I met, and I remember, I can't mention how I met because then I would literally give it away. However, my mom met this person and I welcomed them to the house, and I'm very particular. This is my house now. You made. Not anybody can come in. I'm very, very particular. So I invited her to the house. She had a meal with my family. You know, we had such a good time. And then afterwards, my mom's like, I just feel like she wants to use you. I don't know how, but there's something is not sitting right with me. And I was like, okay, I'll keep that in mind, but she hasn't done anything. So yeah, what am I going to do? I'm like, my mommy said, you're not that great.
I'm sorry, I have to...
She doesn't know what it is, but proactively, I want to just cut you off. Didn't do anything. Then later on, as time progressed, she was asking me for a favor. And it was a favor to do with like my nationality. Like, do you know anybody with influence based on your nationality? And I was like, no, I actually don't. And then she's like, oh, out of all the people I met the most useless Emirati there is.
She said that?
She said that to my face. Yeah. And I was her first Emirati friend. And then I shook it off. I was like, oh, I guess she just has a really dark sense of humor. Like because it was
you took it lightly.
Yeah, I did take it lightly. I'm like, oh, I know she makes, like, she has this sense of humor. Right? I know she has a sense of humor. So then I let it go. Then again, we had another dinner and I invited her. So it was a friendship dinner now. So I want you to meet my other friends. You know, you're here in Dubai, you're new. Similar to what you went through. Like, yeah, you're new to the country. I didn't want her to feel completely alone and everything. We go to dinner. It's my sister, my closest friends. And again, we go out for a meal. She shows up 30 minutes late. We're waiting for her. Fine. I still made the excuse. I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, she's just getting her nails done. They weren't dry yet, whatever. And then she comes and then she explained the story again. She's like, oh, can you guys help me with this project? I asked this one. And she doesn't have any connections. Out of all the Emiratis, I got the most useless one. My sister and Sarah, I was dropping them both home on the way back. They said, they're like, you have to cut her off. Like, she is not right. Then when I told mom, she's like, I told you. I told you. So
I need your mom.
Yes,
everyone needs your mom.
Everyone needs my mother.
Yeah, actually, my husband is the same.
Yeah,
pretty much. He just knows when he meets someone.
Yeah,
I feel this person is off, and he could not give a specific reason, but he just feels this person is off.
Yeah, exactly. And then now later on, I found that on top of everything, I just weaned myself off her. I didn't give any reason. I went silent. That was it. And then I find out she's going and spreading nasty rumors about me, about my intention with the show and everything. And I was like, wow, you were like, I'm really under your skin. Like, for you to try to bring me down with a new venture that I'm doing. So, yeah. I listened to my mom. So I'm just happy this time I didn't let the years pass in this friendship.
Yeah.
And to do that. So
that it showed early on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and even though I saw it, I chose not to see it.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, no, it's fine. I'm just being sensitive.
Yeah.
I still like supported her in what she said, even though it was very cruel.
It actually happened with me before as well. With a used to be friend. I was also like, it's a very similar situation. I just did not see any red flags or problems during the relationships, although I have been warned about them. But I kept on. She had a trait, as you said, your friend did. Sometimes she has like dark jokes, you know.
Yeah.
That no, she's just joking, but actually she might act it out like she's joking, but actually she means it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So you keep passing, and then you take it the hard way.
Exactly.
You just boom.
Yeah,
khalas, done.
Even with my sisters, like, we have a bit of an age gap, and I can see a similar pattern in their friendships, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm mini mom now. I'm like,
yeah,
no, definitely not.
Yes.
And she's like, but why? I don't see why. And then later on, if they have like an argument or whatever, my sister will come to me and then she tells me all the mean things they're saying. And she's like, no, we just have a very dark sense of humor. That's our bond. Well, it's not a very nice bond.
Yeah.
I'm like, if somebody has something rude to say to you, they don't like you, they don't respect you.
Yeah.
And maybe they're even threatened of you because they want to bring you down to make themselves look better.
Yeah.
So, no. There's a time and place for dark humor if it has nothing to do with you or the person around you or that people that you love and care about.
Yes.
If it's a hypothetical person, thing, circumstance you don't know and is mystical. So it's never okay.
Yeah.
So if you have your so-called friends that have dark humor, they just don't really like you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not going to be happy to hear that, but facts.
Yeah.
If you have nothing nice to say, keep quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. You made this list for me, so thank you. What does success mean to you, and how do you measure it in your life?
It's a very difficult question.
I have a lot of hard questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep questions.
I built this question bank for over a year. Every time I thought of a cool question, like, you know, when I'm sleeping, something or something, I would like wake up or just take a moment to write it down or put out the notes in my phone. So
yeah,
they're carefully curated.
I don't know. I feel always success is related to happiness. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be career-wise or, you know, something specific that you just achieved the top of or anything like that. I feel like just appreciating what you're having and taking happiness out of that and appreciating the little things and seeing the ones around you happy. That is success for me. It does not have to be something specific and then just, I put it and I just have to be the top of it or anything like that. Also, another thing, if we are talking career-wise or like target or goal-wise, I find success sometimes in failure and something specific. When you fail at something or do something wrong, I always try to. Of course, I go down. In the beginning, I don't feel good about it, but then I try to. What did I learn from this? This is success for me. This is something to add to help me be better next time. So this is also something that I find success in failure sometimes.
That's very well said, because you always assume once you've achieved something, that's when you have become successful.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you don't achieve, that's also success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very well put, because like even when I first started off my career, I applied to so many places to try and get a scholarship because I didn't want my mother to pay for me. And every time I didn't get accepted to a place, I just felt I'm so unworthy. I'm not good enough. And, you know, at 19, you just assume everything is wrong with you. Like, so like I was definitely not a confident person. That I exuded confidence, but it was all a lie. You know, so now when I look back 10, 11 years later, with the career that I have and everything, if I got accepted into that pilot program, engineering program, urban planning as well, like I thought I would have thrived at urban planning, but I didn't get accepted into that. If I got accepted there, I wouldn't have had the career that I had. I wouldn't have broken the glass ceiling or whatever, like all these motivational speeches that they asked me this question and they mentioned that. I wouldn't have done any of that if it wasn't for having those failures at the time.
Yeah. Actually, I have a very similar story. After high school comes university. There's like grades, and according to the grades that you achieved in high school, you are able to enter some certain college or universities or majors. Okay. This is back in Egypt. So what I wanted is pharmacy. I wanted pharmacy. I really love chemistry, and I've always loved biology and medicine and all these fields. I have been like,
I can design hospitals now. So
no, I don't want to.
No,
I like cones. So it was like just an 0.5 mark separated me from pharmacy. And for me, that was, oh my God,
that's so close.
I'm so sad. I'm not happy at all. I was so sad. And my mom is was an interior designer major as well.
Okay. I didn't know
so I always had the inspiration from her, although I had the feeling of I don't want to do what mom did. Not because I'm not proud of her. Of course, she's like, she's everything.
Yeah.
But I want to do my own thing, So why don't you do interior design? And I always had that artistic side, even in my classroom in school. I always had that artistic side of me, and I was known for it as well. Okay, I don't have a better option now. And when I entered the college, I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is where I was supposed to be. Yeah, that was just meant to be. And alhamdulillah that this happened, because this has really changed. I don't know what I would have done if I had entered the pharmacy university. So wow, alhamdulillah.
I wouldn't have met you unless you ended up in the pharmacy in my community.
Really? Yeah, maybe.
Exactly. Wow, that's so interesting. That 0.5 technically.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're very good at what you do. Like, I know I keep saying it, but it's only because I mean it. And literally the whole crew will tell you, I won't say it unless I mean it.
Thanks.
So yeah, I just feel like you are also 100% doing what you're meant to be doing, because mashallah, you're good at it. And like, I don't even have any more words. Like, you are doing what you're meant to be doing as well. So alhamdulillah. For me, success, at one point I really thought it meant making a lot of money, because growing up, with my mom's career, with her being an entrepreneur, you have some good months and bad months, similar with what you mentioned with freelance. And on the good months, that was when we made good money. So I was like, oh, money equals good. And then as my mom, she had us when she was a bit older, and I could tell she's getting a bit tired now. And as the eldest child, I felt the responsibility. I have to take care of everything. It's my responsibility to look out for my mother and my two little sisters. So then that's why it was a scholarship program I was chasing. And then when I finally did get into a scholarship program, then some money started coming in. And as a student, alhamdulillah, I was earning money as a student. And then afterwards, when I graduated, the salary bump was good for me to take care of everybody. So I threw money at all the problems we had, or so I thought. Mom, you're tired? Retire. 𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐵𝐻, you have your schooling to finish. I'll get you through your schooling, but you have to get good grades so you can get scholarships as well. I'm not paying for uni. I got a scholarship. If I can get a scholarship, both of you could get a scholarship.
Yeah.
So that was what I did for them. And then when I put money towards all the problems I thought we had, something was still lacking. Something just wasn't sitting right. And I realized it's because it didn't bring contentment.
Yes, exactly.
Thankfully, like I always say that my job felt like an arranged marriage, because I had no idea what I was getting into. I did not know what air traffic control was until I saw the website. I was like, air traffic control, what is that? And then I researched it, and then I went into the interviews eventually when I got recruited. But before that, I had no idea what it was. Even when I went into the program, I assumed I'm going to be working in a tower. I didn't. I'm working in a radar environment, in another room, in a different department completely. So when I got into it, that's when I realized, oh, this is so different to what I expected.
I don't know why I expected you worked in a tower.
Yeah, exactly. Because everyone assumes air traffic control only.
You're like tower
with the binoculars.
Binoculars looking at the things.
Exactly. So when I got into it, I had no idea what I got into, but I wouldn't have made it if I didn't have the capability of doing such a job. So alhamdulillah, I worked really hard. It did not come easy. I worked very hard. I made it through the program. And then even when I did that, now I realize, okay, alhamdulillah, I have this job and I feel like I'm good at it. So it gives me success in that way. But the money it brought in helped a lot. It helped with burning out a lot of fires, but it didn't bring contentment. So I agree with you. Happiness and contentment and good health is success. But money helps. So it's less that.
Yes.
Yay. Exactly. So now it's just feeling content and waking up and not having, like, a day without a meltdown would be great.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and having myself in circumstances that don't bring out that negative emotions, you know? So yeah, that's success for me now. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Cool. Shaking.
It is.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Stressful.
Hold on.
Okay.
I did fall down here. How do you handle periods of uncertainty and ambiguity in your life?
Internalized screaming.
Yeah.
I don't like uncertainty. I don't like ambiguity. I like to know everything that's happening. And because I'm such a overthinker, I actually plan for things before they've happened. So it's actually quite difficult to get me in an uncertain spot. Like, you'll come up with something and I'm like, I already figured that out. I already have a solution for this potential path that could have happened hypothetically.
Yeah.
And then if it does happen, I'm like, I have a solution. So I just feel like I am quite proactive in my problem solving, because I just internally just sit there and I'm like, if one day this happened, what would I do? And I just come up with solutions inside my head.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think I'm opposite.
okay.
A little bit. I'm a little, I can't plan. I mean, I'm not a very organized person in that part. I have to. And I push myself to do it for my job, because
Yeah.
there's no other way.
I felt you were quite organized when I hired.
Yeah.
Maybe in your personal life.
Yeah, because I have to.
Yeah. Okay.
Because otherwise, things will get messed up. And I just like do a risk assessment, and I hope it doesn't happen.
Okay.
And I just leave it. If it happens, I will. يعني at that time comes. يعني I will figure it out.
Okay. Well, that's good.
This is how I did it, and I know that's not a good thing, but
It's how you handle things, and
Yeah.
you know, you've survived this long, so maybe I should let go a little bit, to be honest, because it's exhausting. Like, I use a lot of brain power just sitting there, you know. And I've done. I meditate, I pray, and even still, just keeps coming.
yeah.
So yeah. All right. So shall we play speed Jenga? So we play Jenga the way it was designed, and then when the tower falls, whoever lost picks the question. Okay.
Okay.
So speed Jenga was actually brought to us by one of the guests, Eliza. She has her own meal prep company, and she's like, "Shall we just play speed Jenga?" I'm like, "Oh, what an excellent idea!" So this is where it comes.
So like the traditional Jenga without the questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Until the end, until it topples. Okay.
I know the answer to this question.
You know the answer to this question? Who is your hero? Who is your hero?
Your answer.
My answer? You know my answer?
Yeah.
Like my mom?
Yeah.
For sure. What is your answer?
Who is my hero? My mom and dad.
Yeah? Yeah, it's nice.
Both of them.
Alhamdulillah. I'm happy you have them. You have double heroes.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Lucky. No. I just have to move it, right?
It's okay.
Do I have a chance to move it?
You can try. You can try to.
I think that it will fall anyway.
It's okay. It's okay if it falls. It was designed to fall eventually.
Yeah, I just picked this one up.
Oh, I know. I'm used to it. If you ever play Jenga with anybody else, you're just going to sit there looking.
Oh, yes.
Where is the question?
It's missing.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Stress. Okay. It's going up quite high. Mom's going to be jealous because she got the highest tower so far, I think. Yeah.
Do you measure? Or just by eye?
I just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm not left-handed, so it just pins and needles to...
Okay.
Okay.
It's...
Okay.
Oh my God. Definitely. Oh,
nice.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Jenga has, I like to say it has different rules. So sometimes they say if you touch the brick, you have to commit. I'm like, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, that is the rule. That's
It's actually the rule?
That is.
Oh,
that's why I was like, I think I should just...
Yeah, because somebody asked me, I'm like, no, just tap. But, I mean, if we did that, the game would finish a lot quicker.
I think touching is okay, but moving,
okay.
you should just move it.
Okay.
Not just move
Oh, here we go. I'm trying to like... Here we go. Like my mind and my body was not, I was like, am I in line? Okay.
Are we taller than your moms now or not yet?
I can't remember.
I feel like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I can't remember mom's episode, but so far we're at 25. Yeah, I knew it. Wait, this one looks like it might be loose.
Okay, this one, the one that I moved and it was almost falling down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll just do it. I will just... خلاص, I put it in my mind.
Okay.
Oh,
good job. That's impressive. Okay. No. I don't think it's going to last. I don't think... Wait, this is the last completed story, so 1 down.
Oh, nice. Oh my God.
For people who can't see, obviously, behind the camera, they're like... Okay. Okay, so that's 26, 27th floor.
Wow. I want to reach like...
Because I think, if I remember correctly, it goes double the size and it's 18 stories.
Really?
Yeah. When we first put it up. Wait, I think this one from my eyes.
Yeah.
And shaking. No. Wait, I'm sweating.
Can you do it to the other?
I need like chalk or something. Like I'm in the gym.
Yeah.
Astaghfirullah. This is actually the most stressful game so far. For me, at least.
I'm not an easy opponent.
No, you're not. You're really good. Oh my gosh. I can't. And I want to use my right hand. I should have started with my right. Why did I do that? Oh.
Use it.
No, I don't. I want to...
Oh my God, the way I did it was so funny.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
27. Ooh, okay. From my eyes. That's the last completed story. So does that mean I can take that one? Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Let it say science. Okay.
This is so risky.
I can't even watch.
It's all about balance.
Wow, mashallah. Oh, I think, Mom, sorry, Mariam has officially... jinxed it. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Oh, I love it.
I lost in the end.
Oh, okay, so you just pick a random block and we can go through it.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Do I pick?
Yeah.
Oh, we did this one. How do you want to be remembered?
Maybe look at one of these ones that are down here.
Oh. Are you superstitious?
I used to be. And then when I started praying religiously, I was less because I'm like, nasib, it's all written. But I used to be like almost OCD level suspicious. Like and it was mostly work related. So, you know, I have to wear a lanyard to work. Like, so I have to put it over my head. If I have it opened up, like, you know, you have if it's open up like a clip and I put it on like this, I feel like I'm going to have a bad day at work because, and again, like my wild brain, there was one guy who I worked with and he didn't make it in the program. So he came back and he was working as an assistant and he didn't become a control officer. And I always used to see him. He would put his lanyard on like this. I'm like, that's why you failed.
Oh, no.
I know it's so ridiculous. These are like my secret intrusive thoughts. And I've actually never said this out loud before. So I would have to put my lanyard on like this. If I leave the house any minute before 5:37 a.m., something will go wrong. That's how I used to be. I don't know because
and it's things that you made up. It's not like the common things. If you wake up in the morning and you see a black cat, like not the.
It's my own self-made superstitions. And then honestly, praying this year has been the year that I really made the decision to dive into Islam properly as an adult, you know, because you study in school, but it's not the same. So I made the decision and the commitment that khalas, I will pray 5 times a day. I will fast every Ramadan, and I'm going to read the Quran and understand it. And if I have questions, I will seek the right guidance from it. And, you know, Sarah goes to this Islamic school, so I can gain insight from her and go to the school with her. So doing that has helped me a lot with this madness.
It must have been very exhausting.
It was exhausting.
Like,
exactly.
Always there's something.
Even the way I spray my perfume, if I don't spray it a certain way, I think my whole day is going to be bad. That's how it used to be before. I'm telling you, it was so exhausting being the 19-year-old me.
It's very exhausting.
Yeah. And I didn't realize how tired I was doing all that until I stopped. I was like, oh, I have so much time to think. I'm going to start a podcast. So, yeah. What about you?
No, I've never been superstitious.
No? That must be so peaceful. Because it's exhausting. To be superstitious is super exhausting. But yeah, I don't know where mine came from, but she was wild. But the lanyard thing, I forgot about that. But I literally, even when I reach work, I move my shayla, put it on, go into the building. To be honest, the lanyard thing is still there.
Maybe it's just unconscious. You're just used to it.
You're
just used to it.
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel with your first ever podcast shoot?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah? Yay, I'm happy.
This
makes my heart happy because I want my guests to feel comfortable, to have a good time. It shouldn't be a chore like, oh, fine.
It's always enjoyable just talking to you, wallah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I've always enjoyed our talks.
You would always come and you would bring, what is it called, a mood board?
Yeah.
And we're here to talk about the mood board. Andy, one day, he just left us because we're just talking. He's just like, I'm going to go play video game.
You choose the favorites.
I'm not care. He's like,
I see all of them. They're the same. They're all white.
Even for me, I'm like, what do you think is good? You would point out, I'm like, that one. I would pick that one, but I'm just checking. Do you know what I like?
Yes.
All of them looked white. Like, now I know the difference. So the other day, I wanted to get, like, because it's been more than a year in the house. So I texted the maintenance guy in the community. I go on a tangent about 𝐬𝐿. So I texted the guy in the community. I was like, sir, can you please come and like do some paint work and whatever and just patch everything up, make it look new. And he's like, yes, ma'am. In this community, this is the paint that's used. I'm like, no. It's 𝐸𝐿 number, reflection.
Yes.
It's a certain, he's like, no, ma'am, this is not what, I'm like, I repainted the house.
Yes.
You have to bring 𝐸𝐿 number, reflection color.
I'm sure he was like, it's all white.
Yeah. And I was like, it's unacceptable behavior from you.
Yes,
sir.
It's a different type of white.
Exactly. And now I know the difference. I'm like, it's because it looks like it's being reflected. Only I can see it. Only you can see it.
Yeah. I remember when we first painted there, like, oh, I understand the...
Exactly. When you painted the walls, I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Although it was white as well, but yeah.
And I was like, Mary, what do you want? And you're like, that one. I'm like, okay. I don't see anything. So yeah, but I have become more like, and then even when I wanted to accessorize the house, like doggy stuff, like the dog and whatever, I'll send you options and I'm like, I think I should choose this. Yeah, like, you are correct, my child.
I have teach you one.
Exactly. Exactly. Like even there's a fruit bowl. I'll show you the fruit bowl. I didn't consult you. But I feel like you'd like it.
I 100%. I will do it right.
Yes, I learned a lot from it. Like, even though it was just me letting you do your own thing based just off observing you with the way you work, I have, so I go to my sister Mira's house, who's a extreme maximalist.
Okay.
And I just arrange.
I would really love to see her house. I would love.
Yeah.
I feel that maximalism also has can be red.
Yeah.
Be.
Exactly. And
totally different.
I was telling her, I was like, Mira, but eventually when you buy your place, you should just hire Mariam. She's like, no, she made it too bare. I'm like, no. She did that because I asked her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, I definitely, inshallah, when I win the lottery and I buy everyone a house,
inshallah,
you're getting all the project work.
Inshallah.
And then you're going to get a project manager so you can only do all the stuff you really, really like. So, yeah, but inshallah. But thank you so much for coming. It means a lot to me. You took the time out of your day. You're a full-time mom, full-time worker, doing your thing, having your own business. So it means a lot. You took the time out of your day to come and support my little show.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And for everybody tuning in, thank you for tuning into our Budge Banter episode. I'm pretty sure this is the highest tower we've done. So
yay.
Record-breaking episode. And please subscribe, follow, tune in, and leave any comments in the comment section below if you have anything to say. But please make sure they're nice. And see you next week, inshallah.